Hi, welcome back to the Diaries. Crystal here. And today, well, I'm back. I'm back in front of the camera in the space where I usually record, which it's been a couple of months. I was in Spain, I got back, I've had a lot of health issues since then. And so, yeah, excited to be back. And we are going to be doing how's that for timing? The first time I sit down to film a video in like 2 months and there is a guy drilling outside the house. He's just started. All right, let's pause. Okay, I think he has kind of ceased what he was doing. So in the words of the brilliant Jimmy Kimmel, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, let's get back into the intro for this video. Look, he's still going a little bit, but it's quieter now. So hopefully he'll just like end soon. Right, so today we're gonna do a full face of makeup using clean makeup brands, and I've got a few new products actually from Nude By Nature to try out, which is a classic Aussie clean makeup brand. I use these because the definition of clean is not really regulated. So each company has their own list of ingredients that they choose to leave out of products to then in their eyes make their products clean. So with that little disclaimer out of the way, I love Nude By Nature makeup. I've loved it for a long time, and I'm really looking forward to trying some stuff out on my face. So let's get right into it. I might just clip my fringe out of the way. I'm also we'll have a bit of story time and I can fill you in on what's been happening over the last couple of months since I got home. It is so gloomy at the moment. It's supposed to be spring, but it is not g'day, it is g'gray. Okay, I've already got some sunscreen on my face and I put a little bit of Smashbox primer through my T-zone. I haven't used it for years, but I took a sample home the other day because I used to love it. Let's kick it off with the Nude By Nature Perfect Skin Filter Foundation, which I have used actually before on camera. And I've got the shade Soft Sand here with me. I don't always think that Nude By Nature has the best shades. I think it's not that they don't have light to dark, it's that they just have some odd colorings in some of their products. But anyway, we do what we can. Oh, I also have this new sponge to try out from Real Techniques. Real Techniques has my favorite beauty blender sponge, the original one, which is the orange one. It is so good. So that's what I normally use, but this is, look how funny it looks. It's supposed to soak up 90% less makeup. So it's called the Makeup Saver Sponge. Yeah, all right, so to use it, it says, I don't think you wet it. Use with all liquid and cream formulas. Use dry, do not wet before use. And it's easy to clean because you just wipe it off with a damn cloth after use. So that's cool. Let's get into it. I'm just gonna give this a little bit of a shake. The foundation, I might just make a little adjustment. Alrighty, so I have zoomed you in so we can get into it a bit better. So I normally would just kind of dot some foundation. Oh, wow, yeah, okay, yeah, because it obviously doesn't sink in because it's got this kind of latexy thing. This is so interesting. Okay, cool. The thing that I love about the original Real Techniques sponge is the shape of it. I just find it so much easier to apply because it has a flat surface as opposed to the ones that are just dome shaped. Interesting. Interesting sensation. All right, so while I'm doing this, let's get into some recapping. So I had a really bad flare-up when I got home from Spain, which isn't really surprising to anyone. If you don't know, I have endometriosis and adenomyosis, and I have chronic migraines and low blood pressure. But apart from that, I was having a really bad endo flare-up. And so this is so interesting. Sorry, I'm just not sure it's, because it's the latex, I'm not sure it's actually like sinking in, but then I guess you can go back with this side of it and just like pat it into the skin. Interesting. So anyway, yeah, so really bad flare up. I was having a lot of medical appointments, and my endo specialist I finally got to see for my post-op, which I had my operation in February, removing my left ovary, fallopian tube and my appendix, and I didn't get to see him until August for the post-operation review, which is actually madness. But anyway, it is what it is. He was absent, and so I finally got to see him, and then he ordered me have a bunch of blood tests. And I had these blood tests, and then he sent me a message the following week, and he's like, oh, what did it say? I can actually read it to you. Right. So it said, your hormone profile is consistent with significant ovarian depletion function. Whilst not there yet, the brain is thrashing your ovary to make it work. Think hormone replacement supplementation is required, exclamation mark. So I was like, okay, do I need to make an appointment? What do I need to do about this? And I tried to make an appointment, and I made a phone consult. Oh yeah, this is working now. Okay. Yeah, I think the key is to like apply it with this side and then smush it in with the other side. That's my chosen technique. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it doesn't absorb the foundation, obviously, like it does with this one. So yeah, so anyway, I tried to make an appointment, and I made a phone consult, and the nurse said if my specialist didn't want me to have the phone consult, then I would get a phone call from her to say what to do about the message and the blood test results. Anyway, I heard nothing that day, and so I called the next day, and I spoke to the receptionist at this place, who I really don't think likes me very much, and she doesn't have the greatest bedside manner. I'm just going to tap that in with my brush as well a little bit. I think I want a little bit more through the nose, because I tend to be, I don't know, foundation doesn't work very well on my nose in general. But anyway, and I said, look, I thought I was having a phone consult. She's like, no, you weren't having a phone consult. You were maybe having one. And I was like, yes, but someone was supposed to let me know if it wasn't happening. Anyway, I got nothing from that phone call. I am now, 2 months on from that, and I still don't know what supplementation I'm supposed to be taking to help my system that is clearly struggling. So that's incredibly frustrating. I have called since then as well, and I find I've been made to feel like a bit of a burden, which is very disappointing, because I have been seeing this specialist for a few years now. I've had multiple surgeries with him, and he's lovely, but I'm really feeling let down. And I know that my condition isn't life-threatening, but it is my life, and I am in it all day, every day. So if I can do something to help my condition be more manageable, I'd really like to be doing it. I'm eating Billy Cavoodle here. Tasty. So anyway, that's that. So I'm still trying to solve that situation. Then I went and had, I think we're okay now. I'm just going to add some powder. Oh, unfortunately, I don't have a clean face powder. So just ignore this part of the video, and I'm going to go with the Mercier translucent powder. It's the original one. So I also had to have a myelogram, because we can't quite figure out how to get on top of my migraines. I have a 3-monthly Vyepti infusion, but that only works for some of the time, not for the whole 3 months. And so my neurologist wanted to see if I had a spinal fluid leak. And so I went and I had the scan, which is where they inject contrast into your spine, contrast dye, so that they can obviously do the scan. You have to kind of lie in some weird positions. And when they gave me the contrast fluid, they had to give me extra painkillers, because I had such pain rushing through my kind of lower back. And when I went back to see my neurologist, and I honestly didn't expect that they would have found a fluid leak or anything. So I was like, oh, is everything fine there? And he's like, well, actually, no, they think that there is a spinal fluid leak. And also the doctor said that a lot of the contrast ended up going into your kidneys. And so there must be a vein going from your spine to your kidneys, which is quite unusual. And I was like, damn, that makes so much sense because I had so much pain in my kidney area when that contrast dye was being injected into my spine. Anyway, so now I'm waiting to hear if my neurologist wants to do a blood patch on me to fix up that leak in my spine. And that could also be contributing to a lot of my dizziness, my chronic headaches and migraines. I mean, it may not fix things, but it may. So it would be really, really nice to get onto that as well. So hopefully I'll hear something about that soon. He was going to have a meeting with some other doctors to have a little chit chat, as doctors do. I imagine they have really good coffee, the top biscuits. All right, I'm going in with the Kosas bronzer now. This shade is Escape. It's the Sun Show bronzers. These are really good. And I think I'm just going to use, we'll see. I'll start out with this brush, which is the Sigma Contour Blush brush. It's the F53. And we'll just see how we go. So yeah, so that's happened. And then last week, I had a colonoscopy. So anyone that's had a colonoscopy, you know, the worst part is always the bowel prep. So yeah, so 2 days before you have the colonoscopy, you have to go on a low fiber diet. So they give you a list of basically like just beige foods that you can eat. And then the day before you are on clear fluids only, which is the worst part. And for me, I was fasting all day on the Wednesday. I was on the clear fluids diet, and then my surgery wasn't until Thursday afternoon. So it was such a long time without food. And I used to do the 40-hour famine for World Vision every single year to raise money. I don't know how the hell I used to do that because I don't think I could do it now. So yeah, I had the colonoscopy, and the great news is that there were no more polyps, which I've had in the past and had them removed. So that's awesome. I don't have to have another one for quite some time unless it's required for an endo surgery. So that is the bronzer. It's very natural looking. It is a nice bronzer. I do like these. And I could be getting heavier pigment, but I just am using more of a stipple brush there because I don't want heavy pigment at this point. So yeah, so the colonoscopy done and dusted, but I've just been feeling really garbage, really dizzy. My stomach, I honestly look like I'm about to give birth to triplets at any second. Like, you would be nervous if you saw me out in public. You'd be like, I think you need to go, like, pack your bags and get ready for hospital. So that's kind of a downer, but it is what it is. Also, pretend I have clean eyebrow products. I was going to buy some, but I didn't get around to it. So we're just going in with my Benefit. I really like this product, actually. This is kind of a newer one from them. It is the Mattifying Brow Pen, and it's the number 3. So it has the like 3 little prongs on it, so you can draw the brow hairs in. I really like it. I'm definitely a Benefit brow girl. There's not many products from them for your eyebrows that I haven't used and liked. I'm a big fan. I love their brow powder. Brow powder's gorgeous. Their pencils are really good. I use the 24-hour brow setter, except my bottle is empty and I desperately need to pick some more up because it's the only thing that holds my stubborn brow hairs exactly where they're supposed to be. So that's, yeah, I need to buy some. I have barely bought any makeup since I got home from Spain. I mean, to be honest, all my money has gone towards medical bills. Because also, oh yeah, I I don't think I mentioned this either. God, so much has happened. But I got back, and so obviously I've been a radio announcer for the last 10 years, the last 4 years working at Mix in Adelaide. I then had all my shifts cut, as everybody bloody did in basically in Adelaide and Perth, because ARN are in a lot of financial stress at the moment. But I was still employed as a casual, but then I got back from my trip to Spain and suddenly I couldn't get into my emails anymore. So it seems that in true radio style, I have been unceremoniously let go from my casual position. I'm still doing a lot of freelance voiceover work though, so it's actually been not the worst timing, because I did go back to uni this year and my endo and migraines have been giving me a really rough time. So it's kind of nice to have a little bit of that, like, bit more time to do what I need to do. I don't know how I'd get to all the appointments and stuff, honestly, if I was working still, or in radio still, because I still work, but it's a lot more flexible because I can record VOs, so voiceovers, from home, which is just a godsend. Okay, so browser on. That's the complexion. I think it's looking pretty nice, pretty glowy. And let's try, I picked up a Nude By Nature eyeshadow palette. This color story is, what's it called? Oh, Soft Rose, O2 Soft Rose. I nearly bought the brownie one, but I ended up going with this one. There's one that's really corally and it looks really beautiful, but the colors just look really too similar. Now this one I've actually used a couple of times since I picked it up because I really wanted to try it out. And what I have found, the best way to get the most out of this palette, I think, is to treat it as like two color stories, because you can get a really neutral, like the brownie kind of golden color story, or you can get like a really pinky, it's almost peachy as well, like a pinky peachy color story. If you use all of these eyeshadows together, you can, and it looks really pretty, but they all kind of look very similar and you can't really distinguish the colors from each other, is what I found. So that being said, I think today I do want to do a bit of a peachy color story. So we'll see. I'll use a fair chunk of them. You just see what we think. Oh, actually, I'll swatch it for you because the colors are really pretty. And there's only the one matte in this palette. So if you prefer mattes, this probably isn't your fave. But these are the colors. Very, very pretty, very, very glowy. Really nice. Okay. I did not bring a single thing to wipe my hands with, which is just an example of how long it's been since I sat down and filmed one of these videos. So in true Crystal style, I'm just gonna like pretend it wasn't there and then probably put my fingers on my shirt at some point and realize I've transferred makeup. Alrighty. Yeah, I might just go in with this Sigma brush. This is the Blending E25 Max. I actually did a cool advert. I've just finished recording a cool advert campaign in the last few weeks too. I've been doing that because it's a big campaign. So, and that one's for a charity auction thing that's coming up soon. So that's cool. Fun job too. All right, let's go in first of all. Oh, I forgot to mention, it does come with this brush. Now, I actually do like Nude By Nature brushes. I think they're really nice quality, but I, for the life of me, cannot understand why this is the brush head that they've decided to go with on this end. Like, why? This should be a little blender or a little soft shading brush, but this is like a hard thing. I don't understand what the point of this is with the eyeshadow formula and patterns, but the angled brush is really good. I've been using that to apply the darker shadow as an eyeliner, which I'll do today. Anyway, this one. So, and my God, I'm scattered, aren't I? Oh, half my brain's still in Spain. Let's take this color. Yeah, take that color. It's really pretty. Plonk that on the lid. Yeah, so that is what has been going on since I got home. from España. And if you haven't caught up on my travel vlog videos, like check them out if you have any interest in travel, because I don't know, it's like one of my all-time favorite things to watch on YouTube is people's travel vlogs. I cannot get enough. The hours I have spent watching travel vlogs. It's just a way to, I don't know, like leave your lounge room without leaving your lounge room. It's great. And yeah, I went to some really beautiful places and saw some really amazing things. So I feel very, very blessed. Very blessed. This color is just really nice and glowy. Very nice. I'll zoom you in to have a close-up look after. Okay. So these are very soft shadows. They apply nice and softly. Eee. They're never going to be like dramatic. They're a really pretty glowy look. I mean, it goes with the aesthetic of Nude by Nature, right? It's that kind of natural glow. All right. That's what that looks like. Very pretty. Take that out a little. And I might just use a harder packing brush. Not as hard as the one that came with it, but where's my little Odin's eye? My little fave. All right, I'm gonna take this little Odin's eye brush, same shade. I just wanna pack that onto the lid a bit more so the color's stronger there. That's better. Okay, so yeah, that's the latest. I'm on holidays from uni at the moment, but how funny. I am hopeless, honestly. Like when I went back to uni this semester, I didn't realize I'd actually missed the first week of university. I just thought I was going back at the normal time, but I was sitting in Spanish and people were saying things I thought were a bit strange. And I was like, this is weird. And then I turned around to my friend and I was like, is this week 1 of semester 2? And she's like, no, we were here last week. So, I mean, missed it. Oh, well. And then, this is so ridiculous. I wasn't going to go to uni on Monday because I was not doing well physically. And so I was like, oh, I'll watch it from home because you can stream the lectures from home. And I I'm like ready to stream it and everything and nothing's happening. And then I've messaged my friend and I'm like, is there class today? And she's like, no, we're on holidays for 2 weeks. I don't know how I keep missing these memos, but it just shows what's going on with my brain at the moment. It's cooked. Okay, now let's take... I'm going to take this brown shade. I don't honestly expect that you'll see heaps of difference on the eye, but we're going to do that just because with the same little Odin's eye brush. Oh yeah, no, I can definitely see the difference in the shades. Oh, that's cool. Very, very pretty. They're very just beautiful glowy shades. These are great for summer, which hopefully we will get here soon. Spring's a bit miserable at the moment, but I'm sure things are going to come good. Yep, beautiful. Wow. Brown. I'll blend it out after. I'm going to put some, I'm going to put those 2 shades under my eyes as well, I think. So actually, no, let's mix it up. I'm going to take the lightest pink shade on a little Refa pencil. Pop that under the eye. So that would be, I would say, like that shade and this shade that I started out with, they're the most similar in the palette. Definitely. But, oh yeah, I forgot to mention I got all of this half price as well because they have amazing sales all the time on Nude by Nature. Often they have a 40% off and this was literally 50% off. So stoked. And then I'm going to take that brownie shade again and put that on the outer lower lash line. A bit more definition there. Okay. I'm trying to think what else has been happening. Just caught up with some girlfriends for walks, and I've seen a lot of dolphins lately. I've had so many dolphins. around, which has been really, really nice. Okay, now I'm gonna put the light gold in the, I'm just gonna use my finger for this. Oh, my aim's not very good. So this kind of light gold color makes a really pretty inner corner highlight. Oh, that's really nice. You can do a look so quickly with this eyeshadow palette. I mean, literally just chuck one shadow all over your eyelid, and then if you want to, a little bit in the crease to deepen it up. Very user-friendly. I think it would be very hard to look bad in this eyeshadow. Very. Right, let's now take, sorry, first of all, I just want to do a bit of blendy with my Refa 15. Top here. Oh, I've been watching a lot of travel videos on YouTube, and what else? I watch a lot of Midas Touch Network, just pro-democracy network. What else? Oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated because I was watching So Help Me Todd. I don't know if you've seen it, but I love that show with the guy from Pitch Perfect and Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, which was another one of my favorite shows that got canned. But So Help Me Todd was on Amazon Prime, but they've just literally removed it. And I was, oh my gosh, I tried so hard to get through the whole of season 1 before they took it down. And I was literally watching it, and at midnight I couldn't watch anymore because they suddenly removed it. So that was incredibly frustrating for me because I don't know where else in Australia I can watch So Help Me Todd. And oh, sorry, update. Going in with that dark burgundy color in that palette and using it as an eyeliner. Oh, my camera's overheating. It happens every time. I might get a new camera for Christmas. Potentially. Although I did just start a new medication that is compounded and costs me $210 every 14 days. So maybe not a new camera. It's all good. We make do with what we have. I really like using this as an eyeliner. All right, I'm gonna do the other side, and I'm just gonna give the camera a chance to chill out. Okie dokie, so while my camera was having its little meltdown, I decided to go ahead and put some mascara on. I have used my literally everyday combination, which is the Tarte Opening Act Lash Primer with the Tartelette XL Tubing Mascara in brown, and I use this every single day. It is my go-to. I love it. I think the color is perfection. The brown is, the problem with so many brown mascaras is they just look black. It's like, well, why am I bothering? I might as well just do black. Or a couple of them have been super, super light, and it's like, well, it's not giving me enough, not enough definition. But this brown is like the perfect magic brown. Tarte have really nailed it. So that is how the eyes are looking. I really like using that dark burgundy shade in the eyeshadow palette as an eyeliner. And also the inclusion of that does mean that you could make it more of a nighttime, more of a smoked out look if you want to. So that's the eyes done. Let's get into some blush. Now, this is the fun part because I have so many options to choose from. I picked up 2 of these are like the lip and cheek sticks from Nude by Nature. I've got the shade Sweet Peach. Oh, cute. Sweet Peach. Which is this guy here, which doesn't look great on my lips, but looks really nice on my cheeks. I just find it's a little bit too, the color's not right for me on my lips. It's not the consistency, it's the color. And then this one is Nude Berry. It's a lovely shade as well. This one can definitely go on my lips as well, that shade. So they're really pretty on the skin. I've already had a little play, and they just look natural and like they've got a beautiful glow to them. I definitely am enjoying them. And then I picked up this, which is so brand spanking new that it wasn't even the nude on the Nude by Nude. Words speak hard. So this was not even on the Nude by Nature website yet. These are brand new. They are the Dewy Serum Blush Drops. There are 3 shades. I picked up the corally one, which is called Peach Crush. And I am honestly not generally a liquid blush or bronzer girl. I prefer creams, but these looked so pretty. And I was like, that was so new. I was like, I need to try that while they're like brand new and half price. So a little goes a very long way. So it's very similar to that color. This one's a little deeper, I think. All right. So, I mean, I think we should definitely use some coral because, yeah. Look, there's coral or peach in my shirt. Also, if you recognize this shirt, it's because I wore it in a video about 3 years ago. So you've been with me a long time if you recognized it. And I decided it deserved a day out because it's super cute. And I'm all about keeping clothes for a long time and wearing them and not just wearing things once and throwing them out. Who does that? Okay, so I reckon we'll go in first of all with, I don't know if I want to use the stick or the liquid. That's a toughie. Oh, let's try the liquid. Why not? Seeing as it's brand spanking new, get an exclusive here at the Diaries. That doesn't usually happen because I'm in Australia and so much makeup comes not from here. But Nude by Nature is a great brand with great products. Really, always love to get them on my face. I'm just using that same Sigma brush. Oh, see the glow. Oh, that's so pretty and glowy. That would be nice just on like over the top of a tinted serum. It would be really nice. They do have a lot of pigment, so definitely I recommend what I'm doing here is just getting a little bit out and putting it on my hand. Yeah, just like a little bit on the hand, and then use a nice, like a brush that isn't too dense. And then give it a swirl because it's very strongly pigmented. And the other colors were gorgeous as well, I have to say. The pink was I don't really do pale pink because it just doesn't suit my kind of golden olivey pale undertone. Definitely the other 2 shades though, the peach, and then there was a really pretty kind of berry tone, which was lovely. So that's how that looks, and it's very nice. I like it a lot. Let me see, I'm gonna just turn the lights down a little. I have to use artificial light because there is literally no sun in the sky today. So that's how that looks. It's super natural, very glowy. I might just take a tiny bit of the Sweet Peach stick as well, just for kicks. I'm gonna be super peachy. I have to tone it down if I want to go out anyway. Okay, and again, I'm using a different brush this time, but it's still like a softly packed bristle at the top there. It's a Sonia G sheer buffer. I really like this for blushes. Now the cheeks are popping. What? Crystal's popping. Okay. That looks really nice. The finish of both those products is really gorgeous. And actually together they look really, really nice. If only you could see in real life. All right, let's take that back up now so we can just finish off what we're doing. I am not gonna bother with a highlight, although I do have, oh, actually, yes, let me grab my Westman Atelier. So this is an oldie but a goodie. This is Westman Atelier's lit up highlight stick in Parlor. And it's beautiful. And I've had this for years and I still have so much product left, which is good because these are expensive, which is why I only own one. So, I mean, you can literally just put this directly onto your face, or you can use a finger to apply. Normally I use a finger to apply, but because I'm holding a mirror, I just did it straight to face. I wanted to pick up the Nude by Nature highlighter, but they didn't have it in store. So that was a bit of a downer. Okay, I will try it though, definitely. So, highlight on, let's get to the lips. I am a big fan of Nude by Nature lip products. I love their lipsticks. In fact, I love the matte formula and the normal formula. And now they have tinted lip oils. There are 4 shades, there's a clear one. I picked up 2 of these. So again, I've got a kind of like a peachy one, which is sweet grapefruit, and also a berry one called pink raspberry, which is really lovely as well. And I picked up a couple of their lip butters, which are lovely. I'm really enjoying those if you just want something kind of tinted. They look like this. I've been wearing them a lot. This one is kind of a nude pink. Try and make some room on my hand. Yeah, so that's just a really nudie color. Looks quite pinky on my lips. Very natural, very, very natural. Feels really nice. And then I picked up the other shade. Sorry, that was called Peony. And then I picked up a shade called Cherry. I really like this one. This is beautiful. So that is Cherry. It looks really pretty on the lips. It makes your lips look plump and glowy. Gorgeous. Loving those. I think we'll use one of the tinted, maybe we'll use a combination. So first of all, I want to put some lip liner on, and I brought with me the Tarte. These are the like lip stainy ones, which I've really only used once. All right. I also brought with me the Karen Murrell Natural Lip Pencil in my favorite lipstick shade, which is Violet Mousse. If you haven't tried the Karen Murrell lipsticks, she has got gorgeous, non-toxic lipsticks, and I have tons of them. This also has like a sponge on the end. So let's just use this one. And we'll see how we go. Hardly ever line my lips. It's a real treat today. I don't think this is a hugely long wearing pencil. From memory, I could be wrong, but it goes on really nicely. And then I'm just blending it out with the little, it's like a lip brush, which is cool. I think I want to go in with the tinted lip oil. So this is the shade, what was it? Sweet grapefruit. It smells nice. Ooh. We could alert things out. I've got Britney Spears stuck in my head from the bottom of my broken heart, which I love that song. Now, I have tried these tinted lip oils a couple of times, and they are not long wearing, but tinted lip oils aren't long wearing. So if you're looking for longevity, a lip oil is not really what you want. Okay, that looks really pretty, very glossy, feels really nice, smells nice, tastes nice. And I think that is the finished look. So let's get these clips out my hair. Set the fringe free. Okay. And we'll just get a little close up of that. Look. I think it's really pretty, super glowy, super fresh. Everything feels good. I'm really happy. I'm just gonna finish off with putting a little bit of one of my favorite perfumes on, which is the Gentle Habits perfume oil in the fragrance Byron Bay. I bloody love this. This perfume is so feminine and delicate, and light and beautiful, and I love to wear it. I also love the little, how good is this little applicator? And this is like a strong bottle, so I can chuck it in my bag, no issues. It's one of those fragrances that never triggers a migraine for me, which is an absolute miracle. And I actually really like an intimate fragrance. I like that someone's not gonna smell me 10 feet away and I'm not gonna be like giving them a headache from across the room. I like that if someone is in my space, I'm gonna smell just delightful and soft, and it's not gonna be too strong. So I love this perfume oil. Anyway, I have really had a good time today. It's been so nice to just catch up and fill you in on everything that's been going on. I'm sorry I haven't been around that much lately, but like I said, please check out my Spanish travel vlogs if you want a little glimpse into my travel life. And I'm just, yeah, I'm happy to be here. There is something really potentially exciting that is going on for me right now that I can't speak about. It's quite left of center, and it's not something I really saw in my future, but we shall see. I know it's a bit mysterious, but if that's the case, I will be away from like mid-October to mid-December, but for good reason. So anyway, I will keep you posted on that mysterious subject. It's something that I'm very scared of, but also think could be a really amazing adventure, and who knows what it could lead to. So that's it from me today. I definitely recommend that you check out Nude by Nature if you haven't before. They, like I said, they have sales, excellent sales all the time. We're talking 40% off and sometimes half price. So worth checking out. It's a great Australian brand that make really beautiful, glowy products that will make your skin look gorgeous. So please check them out. Thank you so much for being here. I'd love you to subscribe so you can find me again, and leave a comment if you so desire. I would love to hear from you. Take care, and I hope you are happy, healthy, and safe wherever you are in the world. I'll be back with you soon in the Daily Diaries. Bye.